Okay, so what's up, guys? We're be talking about Black Ops 4's Blackout here, and 5 things that need to be changed within the game. 5 problems that need to at least be reevaluated. We're obviously in the beta stage, so this is the time to look at different things within this game mode and figure out what needs to be changed, what is just needs to be taken out of the game completely. And I want you guys to leave your comments below on what you think needs to be changed, taken out of the game, what you think is just a bad feature in Blackout, and I'll leave your comments within my next video. So if you guys have a bunch of really good comments, I'll put them up in the next video. So definitely leave your comments below. I have 5 of mine, and these are fairly popular today. Maybe 1 or 2 you guys might not agree with, and we're going to discuss it within this video. Again, this is just the beta, so I'm not bashing the game. You know, it's a really fun game mode, but we do need to look at these things to make it better for launch on October 12th. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for the last video too. We got like 50 plus likes. That's pretty insane. So I'm not gonna go for a like goal, but if you guys can leave a like, that'd be pretty sick. And let's get started. So a bunch of these here, David Vontar actually already sort of responded to on Twitter. So the first one here, this is, you know, more prevalent if you played Fortnite. It's about ammo, and it's about picking up the ammo as you run over it. So H1Z1, PUBG, if you're used to those games, you started out with those games in Battle Royale, you know that you just pick up the ammo. That's how it's always been. But Fortnite, you actually just run over the ammo. You just automatically pick it up, and that's sort of been the norm for a lot of people. And I guess when they went to this game, they're not, you know, either realizing or they're just sort of subconsciously so used to Fortnite that it just seems so much easier just to have the ammo automatically dropped into your inventory when you run over it. And it does make sense, and we'll talk about this. It's another point in this video here where we're talking about picking up items, because it's a bit slow picking up your ammo and you have to look all around for it. But this is what David Vontar said on Twitter responding to this. He said, "We evaluated auto ammo pickup. I wasn't a fan. We had to put okay, he messed it up. So much ammo in the world to compensate that it effectively made ammo a non-viable item resource. Everyone running around with max ammo wasn't very interesting." So pretty much he's saying that ammo, if everyone was able to pick it up pretty much automatically, you'd just be running around, and pretty much everyone would have unlimited ammo, and it wouldn't be as cool, wouldn't be as fun, and it's not as tactical. I see where he's coming from, and if you're used to PUBG especially, you sort of know what the deal is here. It's also different in this game. It's a bit more tactical because it maxes out your ammo at 200. PUBG, you can get a lot of ammo stored up within your inventory. This, it's 200 per ammo type. So you have to constantly look for ammo, and I haven't had a point where I really ran out of ammo, and it hasn't been that big of a deal sort of finding ammo, but it definitely is a bit more tactical, having to sort of search for your ammo and pick it up instead of just running through and just automatically picking up, especially if you kill someone and they have a ton of ammo on their sort of body and you just pick it up automatically. It is a bit more tactical actually going for it and searching around for it and picking it up yourself. So that's that there. Personally, I think it's fine. I'm used to PUBG. I know Fortnite, it's definitely faster that way, just having automatically ammo just drop into your inventory, but I don't know. We'll see what the deal is there. Let me know what you guys think about that. Next one here is a bit different. I haven't seen much of this, but it's the graphics, and I saw this from Drifter. He tweeted out, "My review of the Blackout beta. Love the gameplay mode, overall design, hate potato graphics." That's a bit interesting because you can't deny when you first get into the game, it's like it looks a bit off. It looks a bit weird. It doesn't look like the same quality as almost the rest of the game. Like the Black Ops 4 multiplayer beta looked better than Blackout, and Blackout, it looks good. It's smooth, and that's definitely a huge positive, a huge plus over PUBG. PUBG just wasn't that smooth, and they never just got it right. PUBG was always so weird. The movement was so weird. This is definitely really smooth, but the graphics are a little on the weird side. It doesn't look like old gen, but it just looks like not really up to standard of, especially we're at 2018 Black Ops 4. It should look a bit nicer. And people are saying maybe it's on stream, but no, I played it myself on the PS4. I have a normal PS4. Maybe the PS4 Pro makes that big of a difference. I'm not so sure. I heard it does. But on a normal PS4, it definitely is a little lacking. It's fine. I'd rather have a smooth gameplay. Someone else said that I'd rather have a smooth game instead of just a really clean, crisp game, but it doesn't really work and it doesn't feel right. So that's that, but the graphics are a bit weird. I don't know how they can do that. Maybe they'll fine-tune the game, and however that works, we'll see. But it's just something I have to point out there because it is a little obvious. I'm not going to act like the game's completely perfect because it's not. Nothing's perfect. So that's that. Next one here is going to be just picking up items in general. So really picking up items, again, if you're used to PUBG and H1, especially PUBG, you know that it's overall a bit slower. That's just the way it is. Within this game, it's not that much slower than PUBG was. It's pretty similar, but it definitely is something to look at because a lot of people have been saying, and I was even playing randomly. The one game I played, I dropped into quads or whatever it's called, and I was in game chat, and they were just talking, just random people were just talking like, oh, it takes so long to pick up these weapons and all these items, like why? And it's just a random thing that they were talking about. And I was like, oh, maybe that should be a thing that I talk about because it definitely is something people are going to be talking about. Again, to Fortnite, it's a bit faster to do that stuff. All your items are sort of out there. They're bigger, they're brighter. You just pick them up, you grab them, and it's just sort of quicker. With this, you have to sort of look down, and especially you can't just click on the thing too. You have to hold square, and it is a bit weird. It is a bit slower. So David Vontar actually responded, coming soon. We've already got improvements in the main game where you won't have to look so precisely at the item and just be close to it. I'm not yet sure if we can get those in the beta. Certainly will be in version 1 when the game releases. So they already actually looking at that, and they're gonna make it so you don't have to look down directly, point at this item. I'm guessing they're still gonna keep the sort of hold square for a second or so to pick up the item, but they're gonna make it so it's a bit easier and a bit faster. So that's already something they're attending to, and they're gonna work on that, potentially fix it very soon. So that's pretty cool there. Next one here is a bit different. It's the quick equip menu. It's a bit weird. So you pretty much click up on your D-pad, and then you have to click back down to bring it down. And if you click up, it doesn't automatically go away. It sort of stays up on the screen. It's a weird functionality. It's just like, it's something you have to get used to, but I don't think it's as smooth as it could be. I think really it should be a double click. So if it's gonna be with the D-pad, you click up and you click up again just to bring it back down. Really quick, like bring it up, bring it back down. It's weird having to click up on the D-pad and then switching to clicking down on the D-pad. It just seems weird that way. It's not as smooth as it could be, and I'm not so sure if they're going to change it. David Vontar responded to something different, a different issue about it auto closing, and I put a little gameplay clip of it, being there, not closing. So he said, also coming soon, quick equip menu will auto close if you don't interact with it for 5 seconds. Couldn't see anything before the deadline, so they were gonna do that anyway, but that's not really what I'm talking about. That definitely is an issue that they could fix, but I'm really saying that it's not as smooth clicking up and then down. I'd rather have 2 down clicks or 2 up clicks just to pop it up and bring it back down really quickly. I think that makes a lot more sense. Obviously, there's different functionalities within this game that you just have to get used to, and once it's there, it's fine, but we'll have to see what the deal is once it actually releases. Maybe they'll change stuff around, but that being said, we have one more, the player count. The player count, it's a bit of an, look, it's not really an issue because the game is fairly fast-paced, but there are points in the game where 80 players just seems like a bit too small of a number. They definitely need to up it, and I know they said they were trying to up it, and they're trying to see how many players would work with the game. I don't think making the safe zones or, making the game faster by sort of bringing the safe zones in faster, I don't think that's going to make it better. I think they should just go and drop more players, at least 100, because when you're in certain parts of the map, it could get boring sometimes. If you're not really in a good fight in a good area, you can go, a solid couple minutes and looking and searching around without actually seeing anything. And then sort of towards the end, the game's almost over and you're like, well, I have 0 kills. Like, what's going on? There was a game where I was just running around circles and I just couldn't find anyone. I was going through everywhere. So 80 players, I know it's the beta, but hopefully they don't keep it at that. I think it could definitely, now that we have been playing today, I don't know if everyone agrees, but I do think the player count needs to be upped a bit more. Maybe not to 120, but at least 100, or they said 115 was what they wanted, but at least 100. would make sense, and that would definitely make the game a bit more interesting. Not interesting, just a bit more intense and active. And I don't want gunfights everywhere. I'm not expecting there to be gunfights everywhere. I don't want it to be insanely fast-paced, because it is a fairly fast-paced game mode. Just a bit more action, because sometimes there are just too many dry spots. So that's pretty much that with the Blackout beta. You know, there are other problems that are probably going to arise on the next couple of days, and maybe I'll make a video on any new problems that we see, but these are some of the main problems that I'm seeing, and these aren't really that bad. So that's definitely telling that it's definitely a solid game mode. There's not much you can really talk and hate on it for, besides what I said here, and these are things that you can pretty much fix. You know, graphics, I don't know, maybe this, you might have to just deal with that. If you don't like the graphics, I don't think it's really going to change that much, but everything else, it's pretty much an easy fix. Just fine-tuning stuff they can change within the game, just functionality stuff, and that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys agree with some of my stuff here, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Remember, leave your comments below on what you think about the Blackout beta, any constructive criticism, things you want to put down, anything you don't like. I'll put that in the next video if they're good ideas. So yeah, that's it. See you guys later.